Hi everyone! Today we are going to be learning how to play Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra on the alto saxophone. Before we jump into learning the melodic line of Fly Me to the Moon, we're first going to learn how to play the scale of B flat major, which is the key that Fly Me to the Moon is in. Because the alto saxophone is an E flat transposing instrument, everything we play is going to be a minor third down from what the rest of the band is playing. What that means is when we play a G on our saxophone, we're actually hearing a B flat. So for saxophone, this song is really in the key of G. To play G, or 1, start by placing your first 3 fingers down on the first 3 pearls. To play A, simply lift up your ring finger. To play the 3rd scale degree, or Mi, lift up your middle finger. To play Fa, or Si, simply place your middle finger back down on the 2nd pearl and lift up your index. To play So, things are going to get a little tricky, so let's just play those first 4 together, half note per note. To play So, we're going to have to use our octave key. The octave key is located right above the black button where we usually press our thumb to hold the saxophone. The octave key is responsible for playing both octaves, so instead of playing this note, we can press our octave key and play this note. When you're pressing the octave key, you might have to quicken your air, so be sure to do that. To play D, or So, in the key of G major, press all 3 fingers down on the first set of pearls and all 3 fingers down on the second set of pearls. Don't forget to press your octave key. To play E, or La, in the key of G, lift up your ring finger. To play T, or F sharp, lift up your index finger. And to play Do, lift up your middle finger. Now, if you gotta sound like I just did, it's because your air isn't moving fast enough. So quicken up your air so you get a more solid sound like this. Now let's try that just from So, half note per note. I think we're ready to try the G major scale all together, half note per note. Now let's learn how to play Fly Me to the Moon. Before I jump into the logistics, I'm going to show you what it's going to sound like as a finished product. In this song especially, it's important to remember your tonguing because it's a melodic line. So for each note, add a little to the tip of the reed right here, so we get a sound that's like this, instead of this. So we're going to break this song up into 3 sections. The first section sounds like this. In solfege, it's do, ti, la, sol, fa, sol, la, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi. So we're going to start on the upper do. So we have a G with our octave key. Do, ti, la, sol, fa. Remember that between So and Fa, you want to release your octave key and have only your middle finger pressed on your left hand. So let's try that one more time. Do, ti, la, so, fa. 2, 3. So, la, do, ti, La, so, fa, mi. So. The second section sounds like this. La, so, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, so. After, we have a, which is actually a chromatic. This note in the key of G is C or D sharp. Play D sharp is place all 6 fingers down like you're playing a D and place down this button right here. In context, we have after this fun little chromatic tone, we go back to fa, mi, re, do. The third section is going to sound like this. First note of that section is also a chromatic tone, like we saw in the previous section. To create this chromatic tone, sharp do, G sharp, simply play a G, 1, 2, 3, and place your pinky on this first button to raise it a half step. For this section we have di, re, la, la, do, ti, so. The last part is really quite easy because we already know the chromatic we're adding, D sharp or sharp 5. So, to remind you, we play all 6 fingers, a D with the octave key, and we take our pinky and press this top button as well. C, si, la, do, 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 do. So to review that we have So that's it. That's how to play Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra on the alto sax. Feel free to add as many dynamics as you'd like. Really make this song your own, especially since it's a jazz piece. Play around with crescendos, decrescendos, and tonguing to create a song that is uniquely yours.